everyone, welcome to my channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name is Jeanette and this is going to be your weekly reading for April the 19th through to the 25th. Thank you to those that do like and comment. I really do appreciate it. So let's take a look at what the energies are for the week ahead. Hope everybody's doing good. The energies are lifting. Well, definitely here they are. Things going on behind the scenes that we can't see. A bit like the High Priestess card, but tune into your knowingness and always follow and trust your own intuition. You're the only one that knows everything that's going on in your life, and that's what's important. So let's take a look. Oh, we've got the Ace of Pentacles come out. So this is, if you've been asking a question around finances, a house move, because this comes under a house move, whether to move area, or it could be down to whether to move, if you've got children, whether to move schools, anything like that, anything to do with your concrete everyday life. This card is, oh, stay still. This card is a yes to whatever question you've been asking. The aces are yeses because it's about a new beginning. So it looks like there's a new beginning on the physical realm, our earthly realm, and it's something, a foundation, because the foundations that in the past have been built on naivety, innocence, and obviously out there in the world it's been built upon on corruption and lies and deceit and things like that. So, but definitely a new beginning, a new pathway opening up, and this can be for a job, like I said, a job, a house move, anything that you've been wanting an answer on. Spirit is saying yes, because this card, because these are the angel tarots, because for the weekly I just use the angel cards because I want softer energy. But yeah, this is abundance. You can see it's abundance. So it falls in with the Empress card, which is all about abundance, harvest. So it feels like, you know, the harvest is here, or the harvest is coming. And they're saying, even though they keep showing me the High Priestess and that veil behind her, sat behind her, but in the vice versa tarot, because the normal tarot, you can't get to see behind her. But on the vice versa tarot, you get to see what she's looking at and what's behind her chair. So they're showing me the High Priestess for some reason. So, and they were saying at the beginning, you need to trust your own intuition, not what's going on in the outer world. You need to pull back and have some quiet time and follow your own intuition, your own guidance, and only those things that resonate with you. You know, not everything's going to resonate with you. Not every reading's going to resonate with you, but there might be one message that does, and then you disregard the rest, you know. So, but yeah, there's definitely abundance, even though you can't see it. It's on its way. This is financial. The coins, the pentacles, are all about finances. And out of that one coin, you can grow something, you know, and like I said, it will be something on a more solid foundation, whereas in the past it hasn't been. But definitely money coming, or you're able to produce money from this one coin. So that can be, you know, there might be investments, I don't give financial advice or anything like that, or health advice, but the talk is about silver and gold. So maybe this, because it looks like a gold coin, maybe this is looking at that as well. But let's have a look, see what the other cards are saying. Oh, yeah, it's all about the physical world this week. So we've got, and it's green, a lot of green. And green is, oh, sorry about that. A message just come through. And green is, that's interesting, because the person it's just come through with, that's about property, and this card can be about property, a move, and it's about an old property and doing, buying it cheaper and doing it up. So at first, there won't be, it's an investment, but it won't gain its value until later on. It's something about that. You need to look at what you need to invest in, that obviously you get it, I won't say for a song, but you get something cheaper than what it would normally be. So it would be an investment. And then later on, much later on, it then shows its value. And then we've got the 7 of Pentacles next to it. So it's literally jumped from the Ace, which is a new beginning. And the 7 is on this card. It's about a vision. So whatever vision you have with this, it will produce other income. It will produce, whatever it is, because abundance can come in many shapes and forms. But this particular property, and there's a lot of green on here. So what they're showing me, maybe for some of you, it might only be for some of you anyway. So, but it's about greenery. It's maybe about in the country, maybe a country move. If you've been in the city, things are changing. And I just watched a video, and they were saying on there, excuse me, they were saying on there that there is an abundance of land on this world, on this planet. There is an abundance of land, and that it's been, how can I put it? The vision of that has been narrowed so that, we don't see that, but your intuition will know that. So, but there is an abundance of land, and so if you're looking to move more out towards the country, because I'm seeing a lot of greenery, and this particular person, they certainly have brought somewhere in the country, not far from the sea, but it was an older ruin, and it was years ago. I think it was back in 2015. So, and it's taken a lot of hard work, but the rewards are there, because this card is about rewards. So whatever vision you have, you will get the rewards, because this is harvest. This card is about waiting for your harvest to come in. And on some of the cards, it does look as though he's a bit mopey and thinking, when the hell is this going to happen? But yeah, so very good. And then we've got the Hermit, which is the angel of reflection. So what they're saying, because this card can be a bit like that, even though it's about having a vision, sometimes it can be, well, which one of these visions, you've got to say yes to one of these visions. So if you're somebody, or your partner, or someone if they've got many visions, then you've got to choose one, which one, and put all your effort into that one, I think is what they're saying. Because this card is the angel of reflection. It's the Hermit card, which is reflect. I don't know what Mercury is doing. I need to check that out. But you need to reflect on where you've been, where you are now, and where you want to go, you know, on the physical, mundane level. But to do that, you need to get yourself quiet this week and go within, have some quiet time and reflect upon, you know, the lessons, what you've learnt regarding abundance, and the vision that you've had for yourself or for your family. You know, this is saying, because this comes under Virgo, which is about being of service, and we're definitely moving from that 3D heavy energy to the 5D and above, which is about being of service. It's not about, but they're saying the finances are going to be there. If you've got a vision and you've got a vision to do with humanity and to be of service and to help people, then the finances, the money's going to be there. It's not about the how can I do that? How can I make that happen? You just need to know that Spirit said straight away, the answer is a yes, whatever you've been asking about. And the finances, the money or the vision will be there, but it will be about tuning in into your inner self, your inner knowing, and see what it's saying. And he has a lamp, you see, for a reason, and the lamp is just enough to take the next step. You can't jump from the ace to 7. You've got to go through the process to get there. And what they're saying is, you know, just take action on the first step, and then you'll be shown the next step after that. It's not about a big leap. You know, it's not the fall. It's not the take a leap of faith and, you know, jump off the cliff and hey ho, whatever happens. This is about going in, reflecting, thinking about things. Because this card is quite an isolation card, so it can come up when you're single. But yeah, it's saying, you know, it's like the light on the cars when you're going on a journey and it's dark. It'll only show you around the corner enough for you to see, but you've got to keep your focus, you've got to keep your attention, because it's still dark. In other words, it's still not everything's going to be revealed to you. When you have a vision, you might get the vision and then you have to sit with the vision, you see. And then you've got to make sure, you've got to take practical steps. You've got to make sure that vision is practical, that you can manifest it, you know. So because sometimes I've had visions and they've been years ago and there's no way that would have worked then, but those visions now that I had and that I wrote down, that I can see now that they would work, and, you know, there would be the support for that to happen. So, because I had a very big vision, project, and I thought, no way, how is that even possible? But now, where we are now in the situation now, I can see that it would be, and that it would be able to produce that and manifest that. So I think that's what Spirit's saying. Let's take a look, see what these cards want to say. Bit of confirmation. Oh, there we go. I was just talking about the Fool, and then the card shows up. So yeah, it is about, the Fool is about taking a risk. So there is a risk that's needing to be taken. And with this, what's interesting is that he can see the vision, but we can't. If you turn it round, we can see what vision, what he's looking at. But he can see the vision, so it's tapping into this vision here. but we can't. So that's usually what happens. Spirit gives you a vision of some kind, and then you need to sit with it and see where you can take that practically. But yeah, so regarding this new start, this fresh start, this new beginning, then yeah, it is a new beginning, because it's 0 and it's also the ace, which is a new beginning. So both are a new beginning. It's definitely, so if money has been tight or money has been an issue, which, feels like past life stuff and patterns of cycles that a lot of people have been going through, that's more been connected to being a nun or a monk, the monasteries and living in communities, that sort of thing, and not needing any money. And I think a lot of us has come through having to be more connected to the physical plane this time and survival. And how do we do that? How do we do the magician? How do we manage? How do we marry heaven and earth, so that you get fulfillment of doing both? But we are in that Aquarian age, and it is all about being of service. That's for sure. If somebody is trying to make money for selfish reasons, then it'll backfire. It won't work. But if you're coming from a selflessness, from the vision that you've been given, then it's going to work for you. But this is about taking a leap of faith for this new beginning, and but it's not about jumping off the, it's about having faith, and it's not about jumping off the cliff without, like I said, those practical steps, because we've got the angel of reflection here. So, but either so, a new beginning can be quite scary, depending on what this is, whether this is a project, whether this is home, whether this is a move of some kind, whether it's a job, whatever it is. But it did come up that way. But what I like about this on reverse is on this side, you don't see the dog. You think he's on his own, she's on his own, but he's not. And he's got everything he needs. He's got everything he needs in that rucksack. And he's got the spiritual side too. It's like he's, there's a cup there though on the rock, and it's tipped over. It's like, leave that behind, it's not what's important. And there's a crown there also, which can be, to do with the material. But what I like on this side is the dog is there, but the dog is sat there peacefully watching, and the dog can see, because the dog represents your intuition. It's a bit like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz and Toto, symbolically. And then, he's on the rock there. The angel of reflection is on a mountain, because it's the hermit. What I like here is that there's a shooting star aura, which you don't see on the other sides. This is what he's looking at. We get the vision of what he's looking at. There's a shooting star or a comet or whatever you want to call it. I think it's a shooting star. For me, it is. And then you can see more, even though this side, you've got the sun in the background, and it looks darker there because you're getting a different perspective. But he's not alone. He does have his companion, and you can look at that symbolically as intuition. So there is a need to take a leap of faith. And then we've got 7 on top of 7, which is the 7 of Pentacles, or coins, whatever you want to call them. So we've got the double one here. Now, like I said, on this one, obviously this is the angel one, which is about a vision, and he's had that vision, and so 7s are important. 0, a 7, that's a 9 in the thingy. So, and 9 is spiritual, about completion also. But yeah, you see here, like I said, he's got his spade, so he's practically had to work the land. And I was saying something about countryside, and it's like very earthly. It feels very earthly, and having to get your hands dirty, and sometimes we have to do a job we don't want to do, but Spirit's saying, so, you've got to do the practical things once you've had that vision. And again, this is confirming, like, it looks quite barren and quite dark, this tree, but the gold coins are there, and it's like he is waiting. It's like, it feels like he's saying, and he's sat on a rock there. So we've got a rock here and a rock there. The rock is stability, but it is saying, it's like he's saying, well, when is my time? When is my vision? She or he, when is my vision going to be manifest? When is it going to happen? But it is because the abundance card is here, but you can see that it's a totally different story. And on this side, you can see his face. It's like, oh, I don't know, when's it going to happen? We've got a skull here, which is obviously something that's very, very old, lifeless, and the tree does look like that. So no wonder the reflection card is here, because you're needing to reflect on, where your path. Number 7 is about your path and where you're going. But you do have everything you need. And then we've got the Knight of Swords. Yeah, see, the Knight of Swords is that, I was going to say fiery energy, but even though that would be for the Knight of Wands, but he's taking action. So, but this can be, he can be quite ruthless. And we've got the Hermit card, so you need to reflect. Got to reflect, because you don't want to, they're saying don't want to react, which this card can be sometimes. It can be that they react instead of respond. So you've got to take time to reflect, because you want to respond. You don't want to react to something or someone or a situation. But he's armored up. He's ready for the fight. So maybe once after you've done the reflection, you're ready to move forward. Because on here we see the swallows or whatever they're called, but that's quite dark there. But you need to take time to reflect, is what they're saying. Let's have a look, see what these cards want to say. How we're doing. Let's push that up a little bit. So very interesting reading. Let's take these ones. Some more of the futuristic. Most important messages. We have a sun out here now. Oh, it's absolutely lovely. Oh, there we go. So something is blossoming. Something is flowering. But it's just at the beginning. It's just at the beginning. So what Spirit's saying, and it is what I feel, is you need patience. You need patience for something to grow. So it feels like patience needs to be worked on this week. But whatever seeds you've planted in the past, and it might seem to be a long time to come into fruition, it is going to happen. It is going to happen. So have faith. Have faith. So if that's representing the path, and that the past, and that's the path you were on in the past, and you took that leap of faith for that new beginning, but you feel it hasn't worked out, I think Spirit's saying hang on in there, because that's the present, and that's like waiting for your abundance, your harvest to come. So, you know, it will happen. Something is flowering, and because this is about your professional life. So whatever risk you took, be patient. Whatever that was for you, something is flowering. It is going to happen. Oh, we've got the companion. I was talking about the dog. You can't see him on there, but this is regarding a friend of some sort. It could be a professional friend, or a healing friend, because the lily is about healing. But yeah, this is about a friendship, or it's about you being a friend to somebody else. I think one of the other readings, maybe this is about somebody else going through this, and maybe they feel that way. But yeah, it's linking to a companion, a friend of some kind that maybe had a vision that maybe isn't going the way that they wanted it to go. But yeah, definitely, it could be a professional friend. It could be that you need to be a friend to somebody. You'll know who that is. Yeah, there we go. So we've got the scathe, which is, you know, it's something very sharp, something very sudden, change, very sudden. And we do have the Knight of, so that can come under Gemini. Oh dear, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. But yeah, that would be a rash change. So even though you want the change, it's not about a rash change. It's about being practical, down to earth, and what's the word, pragmatic, to bring about this change. But yeah, that's why the Hermit's there, the angel of reflection is there. So because maybe there's a sudden change in a situation, and you know you've got to stay grounded. But let's get some clarifying cards out on that. You've got to stay grounded. Let's see what's happening with them in the situation. And yeah, we've got unexpected joy again. So we've had that before. There's some unexpected joy for this person, and it is regarding money, finances. So it feels like very, very practical. It is to do with money. It is to do with finances this week. And this is some money, but what's interesting is it's shared money, because you've got the handbag and the wallet on here. So, but the people aren't there to be seen. But it's showing you that the money's on the table, and you know this is showing there's some unexpected joy. Something good is coming. Yeah, and it's the Horn of Plenty. So again, going back to the beginning, excuse me, if there's been any financial restrictions, it's been a hard time. This could be like showing a couple, because there's shared money here. It doesn't matter whether it's same-sex couple, whatever. You know, they're hard times, or somebody you know, like I said, going through hard times, and it's either a companion, a friendship, or you know, you need to be a friend to somebody. Oh, I'm going all croaky. But yeah, this is the Horn of Plenty, and we do have the Angel of Abundance there, the Ace of Pentacles, which is all about abundance. So things are going to get better. Things are going to be okay. So do not worry. Let's have a look, see what the guardian angels would like to say. Oh, goodness me. We got 7 of action, so we've got another 7 come up. So that's the 7 of Wands, isn't it? You're being called upon to claim your personal power, feel confident, as your angels will give you the strength to say no when it's the right thing to do for yourself, your strength may actually stem from, your struggle may actually stem from an unresolved inner conflict rather than a conflict with others. So yeah, and I think that's what the reflection, the Hermit card, is there for, because you don't want a sudden change because of, saying something that causes a problem. Let's have a look what the romance angels would like to say. That's still recording. Yeah. For the week ahead. Well, this card just keeps coming out, because I would have put the timeless reading regarding this situation, because Spirit prompted me to do a reading for this card basically, and it did show itself for the feminine, divine feminine and divine masculine. So check that reading out. There might be some messages, important messages there for you. But it seems like there's some, 7, we've got 777. So check out what that number means, 777. But yeah, it's saying, someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, it can be somebody you know, or it can be a past life thing that's going to be a past life relationship. And that can vary. It can be romance, or it could be, because the dog's there, it could be a friendship, a professional friend. This could be to do with a job. It will be different for everybody. But yeah, there's some unfinished business, and there's something that needs to be sorted. And I feel, because of that other reading that I've just done, it needs to be sorted because people just cannot move on. Whether it's, if you've moved on, it's the other person, they haven't been able to move on. And it feels like a soul contract that you've agreed to resolve something this lifetime. But I do feel the other reading would give you more information on that. But again, it's showing up again. Let's have a look, see what the heavenly angels would like to say. And we're still okay. Intention. So they're saying, set your intention this week. What do you want to happen? What outcome do you want? And what do you want to happen? It's saying your intention's really, really important. So, it can be as simple as get up and want to do exercise before breakfast or something, but you want to start a healthy eating program, or whatever it is, start a new project, whatever it is. It's saying you need to set your intention, because either for the day or for that week. So whenever you see this reading, it's really important to set your intention, what you're going to do, and keep to it. Because if you don't honor your own word to yourself, then it's like abandoning yourself. And so you've got to keep your word to yourself. You've got to set your intention, what you need to do, what needs to get done for the week ahead. Right, we've got the sexuality card come in. So there's issues around sexuality in some shape or form. So that could be, and maybe that has been a problem for a relationship in different ways, either for the other person, and that could have been a problem in the relationship that needs to be healed. But yeah, there's and this can be from childhood, this can be from childhood abuse, and that can be anywhere from physical, emotional, mental, and then anything as simple as I don't know, something that somebody's said to shame you or shame your body. Maybe that affected the relationship, because you feel bad about that, when you don't need to. But it's saying you need to address your sexuality, what that means for you for this week ahead. And we will close with the whisper of angels. Ooh. Well, how many is there? They all wanted to come out. So, hello, what do you want to say? They all wanted to come out. Treasured your loved ones. So that's what they're saying. I think that's what that the dog is about, because it's about a companion, and somebody's going through a hard time. They're saying, treasure your loved ones. It's important to love others deeply, and that can be hard sometimes. That looks like a little tear coming from the thing. And we've got number 10 here, which 0 is the 4, and then reduce it down to number 1. Would be, again, leadership, taking your power back. I think something just said about that, didn't it? It's important to love others deeply. Why I was saying that was, you've got the hands here, great big hands here, and, she's loving and nurturing her child. So sometimes it's hard because you feel that and you want to give that to another, but you either sense their walls up, which makes it hard, or you've done it in the past so much and you've got hurt for doing it. But they're saying, treasured your loved ones, and they're saying you are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do, and I think that's what that's saying there, really. And that, I think that is to do with career there, because of the lily, and that is about that. So, and we've got the unicorn and the 2 beautiful swans here. Something to do with that vision, because we had the vision card. So believe in yourself. You are limitless. Believe in yourself. Like I said earlier about the, and then focus. Yeah, there we go. Focus on love and set your intentions to heal, because there's something that needs to be healed here. And it said about this one, didn't it? So we got 7, like we said, the 777, but it was, you're being called upon to claim your personal power. Feel confident, as your angels will give you the strength to say no when it's the right thing to do for yourself. Your struggle may actually stem from an unresolved inner conflict. So maybe that's what it is. And this person's reflecting that back to you, rather than a conflict with others. So it could be that, because of those cards, but it's saying focus on love, look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life, because we've got the dragon here, and they can be quite scary, but she's a tree. She seems happy and very peaceful with this dragon, as though she's tamed it. And we do have 24, so 24 might be important. We have a 4 here and we have a 10 here, but 2 and 4 is 6, so it could represent love, going to the Lover's card. But there we go. I do hope those messages help. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll be back here for your weekly. And check that the divine feminine and divine masculine reading. I think I put timeless on there. Love, relationship, situationship. Okay then, lots of love. Namaste.